It's a really dire situation at the moment in the country. All rescues across the country and pounds as well are really experiencing incredibly challenging times. We know it's from post-pandemic, life after lockdown. People are going back to their normal lives, they're going back to work. Dogs are exhibiting unwanted behaviours, and as a result, people are having to surrender their dogs. But that's not the only situation that people are finding themselves in. It's everything from housing, it's from behaviour issues, housing issues, cost of living as well is a big thing. So it's really a perfect storm, a combination of everything really coming together, and unfortunately dogs are facing it, facing a really, really tough time at the moment.
Some dogs come to us through no fault of their own, which is a big thing. It's not that every rescue dog is damaged or is very tricky, but there is also the other side of it where they haven't had a good life, like one of my own dogs who is very badly treated and now really doesn't trust people. And it's those dogs who are really kind of the most upsetting to see, because it's very difficult to find the person who wants the big dog who maybe doesn't get on with other dogs or doesn't like people, and it's going to take a lot of work, and then end up here for quite a long time. And that's what the sad part is. But at the same time, we really want to kind of maybe start working with a lot of other rescues that we all work together, because we're all in the same place. Everybody's full. I know rescues who are sending dogs over to the UK, to Sweden, to all these places, but we should be able to start managing the problem here.
Well, we're receiving, so far this year, so until the end of March this year, we've received over 1,000 requests for people surrendering their dogs. That was compared to just over 700 for the same period last year, so that's over a 40% increase. It's a huge increase, and we're just seeing this rise year on year now since the pandemic, and you know, it's just really, it's hard. It's really difficult. It's difficult for charities. You know, we need funds and resources to help these dogs, to take them into our care. We would love to be able to help every single person that wants to surrender their dog, but we don't have the space. And everyone across the country is facing the same situation. There are more dogs needing homes than there are homes for dogs to go to, and that's the really sad truth about it. Everyone's trying their very best. It's a horrible situation. It's definitely, we're in a crisis and we need to find our way out of it. It's incredibly challenging. It is overwhelming. It's particularly overwhelming for our frontline staff who are seeing this day in, day out, who are caring for the dogs here, who are trying to get them into foster homes so that they don't have to come into a kennel environment, who are trying to keep them in their homes, potentially until they find a new home for them. There's all these different scenarios, and yeah, staff are absolutely overwhelmed by it. There's also then the staff that are answering the phones, that are listening to these horrible stories, sad. You know, we're non-judgmental. Like, people have to give up their dog for a host of different reasons. It's not just as simple as, I don't want my dog anymore. Yeah. People never go out and get a dog with the thought that they're going to have to give it up. That just isn't why people get a dog in the first place. So we really understand that, and we really acknowledge that there's so many reasons that people are ended up in this situation, and it's our job to get to the bottom of it, to get to the root cause and try and fix that from the ground up.